Hey guys, today's video is just going to be a little bit more nutrition focused than the last few weeks, and I just wanted to talk about the mindset of adding versus subtracting. So what I'm talking about here is looking at the things in your lifestyle that you can add in that are going to take you closer towards your goals, rather than focusing on all the shitty stuff that you have to pull out. It's human nature in our lives that when we restrict ourselves or when we're restricted by somebody else, we're instantly going to crave and want that thing that we feel like has been taken from us, which essentially puts us on the back foot straight off the bat. So what we can consider focusing on, especially in terms of our body composition goals, is all those extra things that we get to add in. So we get to add in more lean protein sources. We get to add in more fresh fruit and vegetables. We get to add in more whole, unprocessed, nutritious foods. We get to add in more water, add in more sleep, add in more movement and exercise. All of those things that we get to now take advantage of and use to help us work toward our goals, rather than focusing on, I can't eat this food, or I can't have that food, or this food's bad, or this food's no good. If we focus firstly on all those things that we can add to our diet, it's going to leave, or our lifestyle, it leaves less time and resources for us to spend on the things that are going to detract or take away from our goals or our progress. Just to give you an example, if we're looking at strictly from a diet perspective, if we focus on getting those lean protein sources in at every meal, if we try and think about that 600 to 800 grams, say for example, of fresh fruit and veggies in total weight volume, after we've eaten all those, after we've hit those targets for the day, we're likely to be less hungry, more satisfied, and less likely to try and reach for the takeaway or the fast food or the Uber Eats or whatever the case may be, which may detract from your goals, as I mentioned previously. So let's just have a little mindset shift, and instead of thinking about all the things that we now feel like we can't do while we're trying to work toward our goals, let's prioritize all those things that we get to add in to our life or our lifestyle to reach our goals. And a little further to that, guys, let's just have this opportunity quickly to look at adding versus subtracting in terms of our mindset and all the things that we get to do in our lives. So we actually get to eat healthy, nutritious, unprocessed foods in abundance. We get to drink clean water. We get to exercise. We get to get 7 to 9 hours sleep every night. None of those things are things that we have to do. We need to remember to feel privileged that essentially we've lucked into that. We all have grown up in basically the top 1% of the world's population in terms of affluence, regardless of how you feel you stack up within your little community on that world scale. We can't forget to remember exactly how lucky we actually are to have our health and have everything that we have around us, especially in terms of our nutrition and all the opportunities that we have. I know that's easy to get caught up in and forget, but we do need to remind ourselves that every so often, that these are all things that we get to do. We are privileged to have that opportunity. So please just try and be mindful of that as much as you can.